Morning, this is the sunrise sessions, and today we're cheating a little because I came to the spot, the same spot that we always use, but it's very windy and this mic didn't perform very well with the wind the last time, so I thought I would just come here, sit in the car and share what is my purpose, the unique divine blueprint for your life, for my life. And so today we're going to share about this, that everyone has a unique divine blueprint for their life, and everything that has ever happened and everyone you've ever met and everything you've ever done and everything, importantly for some people, that you have not done has perfectly prepared you for the divine unique blueprint, the divine design, the divine way in which you are to be here in this world. So our purpose is to become and experience who we are. It's to really recognize that each of us has this perfect divine design. Look at the soul being coming through there. Everyone, every single being has a unique divine blueprint, a divine design, a divine purpose. And everything that we've ever done and everywhere we've ever gone and every job we've ever done, every relationship has come and gone, all the mistakes. You take one, take two, take three, take four. You never miss a take. They've all perfectly designed us for our purpose of who we are, why we are here, and all that we are called to do is to uncover that. It's in everything that there's a theme in our life. There's a theme that runs through each of our lives, and it is what reveals our divine purpose. It reveals our purpose. So everything that we have come across, all of the things that the jobs, the relationships, the falls, the rises, the failures, the successes, they've all been following a theme. And so how do we find? So our purpose is to become who we are and experience that, in service to others, in service to the whole, in service to the one. So how do we discover what this purpose is? If you're watching this video, there's probably a question within you as to what is my purpose. And the purpose isn't a job. The purpose isn't a thing that you can point towards and say, this one thing is my purpose. But there is an overarching theme that can have many different jobs, things, ways in which it can appear. And the theme is what the soul is exploring. What is the theme that the soul is exploring in this lifetime? And that will reveal the purpose. And so the purpose, which is unique to you and every being on this planet, every being watching this, has this unique divine blueprint through which and there's no requirement that we follow this. There's no requirement that we have to do this. It's just a theme that our soul is exploring, and we, from this level of consciousness, have free will whether to explore. I mean, we will explore some of it because life is just set up in that way. But when when someone's really on their purpose, life just unfolds seemingly with ease. From the outside, it looks like ease. Creative process just comes with ease. What they do doesn't seem, things that are hard work for other people are easy for them. They can see humor in darkness. They can find the light in where others only see problems. They can see solutions where others have given up. That's when you know someone's on their purpose. It's the energy of that divine blueprint, the unique divine blueprint is they're going with that flow. That flow is setting them on a course, and it's supporting them. The winds is moving with them, and you will know, and this one knows, when we're going away from our purpose, even if we don't know what that theme is, things that were once easy seem hard. Things that seem that to some other people seem so easy, they just become complicated, and they become like there's so much effort involved, and there's always it's important to keep a questioning as well. It's always important to be curious, like we shared last week, to be an eternal student, and to continually evolve our purpose and evolve that divine. It comes with quality questions. If we stop questioning, we're dead. If we are not curious anymore, there's no point. But the purpose reveals itself in a way. If we take a look at our life as the Son of God enters, we can look at our life and it will reveal the purpose. Everything. Everything that's happened in the life, everything that's happened to the little me, the person, all the rises, all the falls, all the wins, all the losses, all the rememberings and the forgettings, all the jobs, all the relationships, all the things that you have done, and again, importantly, all the things that you haven't done, reveal the purpose. So the way to reveal this is to just look with. We want to look within, like, give a bit of distance, because when we're in the middle of our daily challenges in our daily life, we're too close to see the thing. So a pen or pencil, piece of paper, and write out the big moments of the life. Write out the big themes. So it'll be the big tragedies, the big wins, the really powerful experiences, like the spiritual experiences, the emotional experiences, and just free write. Just take out a pen, pencil, and paper, and just begin to let your hand write out all of the significant events of the life. Just let it flow. Don't edit, don't try and make it perfect. It's only for you. Just let yourself reveal the purpose of your life by actually documenting your life. So it's the big, the transformational moments, the tragic moments, the experiences that shifted your perspective, the ones that made you see life in a different way. All of these are like the plot, and that was exactly at 7 minutes and 47 seconds. Of course, it would be. We're taking flight on our purpose. So, what is my purpose? It is, firstly, your purpose is to remember what your purpose is, and then it's to be that purpose, experience that unique divine blueprint in service to the whole, in service to others, in service to the world. And again, that doesn't have to take a specific, a yogi in a cave that never sees another being in 40, 50 years is living their purpose in service to others. So don't think that it means like direct, like that's quite a unique one, but still, they are living their purpose in service to the whole, in service to others in their unique way. So taking all of the big moments of life, writing them down, take the big turning points, the big breakdowns, the big breakthroughs. And also another cool way of doing this is taking the things that have really emotionally touched you in life. Let's say certain pieces of music really touch you emotionally. Certain stories or movies or books. Think of your favorite book, your favorite movie, your favorite story, your favorite play, your favorite music, and also write those down. Look at those, write them down, and then once you've taken all of the big turning points, all of the tragedies, all of the wins, all of the you know the moments that have really marked this lifetime, and nothing is too small and nothing is too large. Put everything on paper, and then look at it from as if you're looking at a movie, as if you're looking at a script, as if you're looking at something someone has given you to read. And when you look at it from with a little bit of space, as if you're reading about a character in one of your movies or stories or books, you'll begin to see a theme appearing. There will be a central theme. And from that central theme, there'll be certain secondary themes, but there will always be some central theme that keeps appearing in your life. There'll be lots of secondary themes that keep appearing in your life through different people, through different experiences. But the core theme is the purpose. The core thing is the unique, divine blueprint for your life. And then the offshoots of that can come in all sorts of secondary and tertiary ways. But whenever we uncover that core theme, the purpose of our life is revealed, and then all of the secondary, tertiary, all of the things that appear around that start to make sense. Why did I have that breakup? Why did I? Well, we'll just talk about some examples of mine. Why was I born in Northern Ireland into separation? Why was I born where religion and politics and war were all intertwined? Why was I born into a culture and a community that felt downtrodden, that felt that it was this ones we're talking about, that felt like it was always it had to rebel or fight? Why did um, why was there experiences of addictions? Why was there an experience of using substances, alcohol, drugs, material things, relationships to try and fill a hole, to fill a gap? Why was there an experience of falling in love with someone from the supposed other side? The first time feeling love, the born into enemy was the first love. So why was there an experience of trying to run away from the problems to go to another country to try and escape? Why was there a time when all relationships had failed and failed and failed, and then finally got to a point where this one didn't want a relationship and was totally happy and absolutely fulfilled being on their own, and then they meet their soulmate? So you can see I just picked out some things from this life. And there's the theme of separation, there's the theme of searching outside for something that's ultimately inside, and the theme of addictions is trying to get through something to something outside to reveal something inside. So all addictions are actually searching for a source of your sustenance on something outside that's something inside. And so the core theme is separation. I was born in Northern Ireland, and there's the separation literally of the country, the separation of the apparent opposing sides, and then the subsequent addictions, and then the search for something, the seeking for something outside. And so that seeking came in addictions, came in material things, came in alcohol and drugs and whatever else. And then there was the moment first experiencing breathwork and experiencing literal oneness with the universe, with oneness with everything, and recognizing that what was being searched for outside was always inside, and it was revealed in that moment. And from that moment on, the search outside was completely changed, and it became an inner journey. It became an inner revealing rather than the searching. So you can see that there's an overarching theme of coming from separation, believing you're separate from your source, going through the stuff of the world, the things of the world, the people of the world, to try and find this thing that you're separate from, and then actually finding that it's always within. And then again, there's many side things from that. But if you take a look at your life and document it in a way with the big emotional, and when I say big, again, it could be small, it could be just a word from someone and just makes you see things in a different way. What I'm saying is big in impact, big in transformational experience for you. It doesn't have to be like breathwork and you merge with the universe. It could be simply a word you read in a book and just change your whole perspective on life. Or it could be someone passes away, or you lose a job, or it's not. It's the impact that it has on your consciousness and the way in which you see the world. And so when you see those, then you begin to find this overarching theme, find the main theme, and then the secondary themes and all the other things that come off that. And then we know then, whenever we recognize this, we know when because we will go, because we are totally free will to experience this life however we choose. We will know the moments when we are still following that theme or some form of secondary theme that comes off that, and when we've just gone completely off that. And it's fine as well. It's fine to explore, but you'll know that it's like swimming through treacle. When we're not following that purpose and discovering and living and experiencing that purpose in the service to others, in the service to the whole, in the service to the one, we just feel lost. We find depression was a theme for this one as well, and depression came and it had its purpose, and it's a purpose of directing us back towards our purpose. But whenever we are off that core theme of our life, we will feel depressed, we will feel depleted, we will feel low, we will feel no energy, we'll feel everything is going against us. Again, it has its purpose. There is a purpose for that. Our purpose is not to be depressed, but depression can bring us, and does point us towards, again, our purpose when we get off track. But we'll know whenever we're that core theme of our purpose. It doesn't mean everything is easy, but things that are hard for other people become quite, it's we can move through it with ease. Again, it's not about everything just being perfect, or it's that we can do things and discover things and see through things that might be a huge challenge for someone else, because we've got the winds of change, the winds of our purpose flowing with us and shining with us, and allowing us to, because that divine design, that divine blueprint we're moving with the flow of it, not against it. And again, when we find ourselves in depression and in fear, in loneliness, in lack, we have just found a way that we can use our free will to experience something other than our our divine purpose, our divine unique blueprint, and that's pointing us back towards that. So if we check in everything and anything that we do before we make a decision on something, if we're confused about a direction, or if we're offered an opportunity and we don't know whether it's aligned with us or not, we can just check in and ask a very simple question: what has this got to do with my purpose? And of course, we have to discover that core theme. And does this align with my purpose? Does this take me towards my unique purpose? And it mightn't be completely obvious as to how that will do, because Spirit has so many unique ways in which it can take you towards that. But there will be a core feeling and knowing that this is taking me towards my purpose, or it's taking me away. And there's a feeling, there's a vitality, there's an excitement. There can be anxiety. There can be some, trepidation when we're going, especially we're going after something really aligned with our purpose. We can have fear around it as well, and it's important not to mistake that excitement, and sometimes it'll feel like anxiety or fear that's actually pointing us towards something that is truly transformational for us, rather than just using it as an avoidance or keeping us away from that. So there's an energy behind it. So we can check in with, how I spend my time today. What has this got to do with my divine purpose? Is this taking me towards my divine purpose? And if it's clear that it is not, we can make a very clear decision that is not. I mean, everyone, we're free. We're free to do whatever we wish. We can go and swim, put our boat in the river and try and swim against the tide, or we can allow the winds of change, allow the tide, allow the flow of life to go with us as we are following and allowing the divine purpose of our life to reveal itself. And again, it doesn't mean that it's always easy. It doesn't mean we just jump in and row your boat gently down the stream and there's never any rapids. It just means that the energy of your purpose is behind you. Overcoming adversity and these things will be part of that. But whenever we put our boat in the river and turn it upstream against, that's, that can be confused as this is when, like, we take on this archetype of the suffering martyr, and always complaining, and life is always so hard, and life is against me. And this can be, a lot of religions have put this in, this self-deprecation, and this having to suffer for your purpose. And this is never true. There will be challenges, there will be growth, there will be times that we feel like it's very challenging, but we never have to suffer for our purpose. There's never some requirement that we suffer to live our divine purpose. But we can suffer our purpose, and we can suffer pretending that we're following our purpose, when really we're just giving the small me, the little I, like a martyr idea. And it escapes from its purpose by taking on the idea of the poor me, the idea of the martyr, the sufferer. And it's important to see that our purpose, we are not, there's no requirement for suffering. There is no there's no law that says that we will suffer. But when we are attached and when we strive, suffering is inevitable. And so attaching an identity to a purpose will bring suffering, and attaching an idea that there's something that we have to get, like this one. I have to get this thing, and that when I get this next thing, or this relationship, or I have this experience, then I will become whole. Then there will be suffering. Suffering is inevitable with aversion and clinging. But suffering is not inevitable in any way to follow and experience and be our full purpose. It just seems to be one of the ways in which humans, we choose to experience this life, but it doesn't mean we have to. There is no requirement for suffering. There is great growth in meeting challenges and overcoming obstacles and seeing through the human drama and the human play and the human craziness that the collective human mind can create. All of the war, all of the separation, all of the lack and limitations. That's all a potential within the human realm, and it's a very real and tangible potential. And no one can live a life on this sweet earth without touching that in some way. But when we are on our purpose and we reveal that divine purpose, and we see that every event of this lifetime has prepared us, has pointed us towards, has revealed the divine purpose that our soul is here to, the theme that we're moving through, then we can use these winds of change. We can use the flow of life to move us towards, not to just make it like some sort of dreamy, everything is easy. No, but that the energy of life is we're moving with the energy of life. That's it. So we always think that we can move against the energy of life, and we put our boat down and row upstream, but actually it's never really that way. We're really always been moved towards our purpose. We can just delay our experience of that by thinking, I can go against the life, I can go in and push the sea outwards, I can catch the wind. All of these crazy things that the ego has a beautiful gift of being able to believe in itself. And so whenever we see the theme of our life and we allow that purpose to guide our decisions, to move our words, to make challenging decisions in work or relationships or what we're here, and check in each time, what has this decision got to do with the purpose of my soul? What is this, the theme of my life? Is this taking me towards in a direct way or an indirect way, or is it very obvious that it's taking me against this, but I'm making myself believe, or I'm somehow convincing myself that this job, this relationship, this decision is part of my soul's suffering, that I have to suffer something. We're not here to suffer life. We are here to be life expressed, to be divinity expressed, and we can move through challenges and create great beauty and experience endless joy, because it is our nature. Our nature is happiness. Our nature is bliss. Our nature is unconditional love, but we have the free will to experience it or not. And this divine theme, this divine purpose of our life is like, it's like the script. It's like the plot of the movie, but we have infinite. The difference in the movie, we see the one plot that the director and that they decided and the actors played out. The difference is with us is we have infinite alternate endings, and we're deciding every moment which one we get to experience. And that's a beautiful thing as well. But if we have it's like having this guiding North Star. It's like having this overall plot, this overall theme that's taking us towards a certain theme, a certain way. There's a certain pathway that's got energy behind it. It's got fizz. It's got, it's if like as for me, if I was to go off that, those themes that I mentioned, then I just feel empty. I feel drained. I feel unfulfilled. I don't feel excited. But when I'm on or close to one of those themes, it's effortless. It really is effortless. Like, it's just the energy is behind it. And again, effortless doesn't mean it's without challenge. The purpose to come through separation, to see through the delusion of searching out in the world, to seeing through separation, they come through challenges. Think of your favorite movie, your favorite book, any of these things. If the protagonist doesn't overcome some form of adversity or go through some transformation, they don't. These sorts of stories don't touch us. The books, the stories, the hero's journey, the Shiro's journey, they're always about overcoming some sort of adversity, some form of transformation, seeing the world in a different way, and then living and experiencing the world through the eyes of that new way of being. And again, it's important, even though we're picking out transformational moments in the life, picking out the big, small moments that have transformed the life. It's important to know that it's not just about one transformational moment. You hear some stories; it's very quite rare. Oh, oh, my little, see that? That was a perfect transformational moment. So this battery has died on this little phone holder. I need to take this off. Let's see. Okay, that was hilariously perfectly timed. So I don't know if the got that. A little phone holder without any warning. The battery just died, and I was just talking about. So it still seems to be streaming. So let's see. Hopefully that works. It might just stitch it together. I can't remember how this works, but anyway. So that's saying that this video is finished, but I want to finish that point that was going when it was so perfect. It was saying, like, so what we're saying, if you don't know what the purpose is, to take all of the moments of the life, put them together, all of the big transformations, all of the big wins, all the big losses, all of the jobs you've had, the relationships you had, why they worked, why they didn't work, what you like, what you didn't like, what changed your way of being, who's the people that you met that shifted the way you see the world, and all of those things are allowed to, or they give you the opportunity to see this divine blueprint of your life, see this theme. And so what I was sharing before that thing just fell was that it's important to not look at just what overtly would be seen as huge one moment transformations, or that it has to look like the story of like Eckhart Tolle, or some of the spiritual teachers who have these dramatic um, experiences, because the ego, like just one moment one thing is one way and the next moment it is. I have had those experiences, but they're evolving. So rather than look, because when we look at those sorts of things, the human mind will compare, why can I not have this falling into depression one and then just waking up like Eckhart Tolle the next day, completely transformed, because it's an evolving truth. It's a continuous unfolding. It's a flowering. It's like Michael Singer, he talks about. It's like, he says it's a blessing. He feels it's a blessing to have this gradual, rather than these one like big wow moments. It's like a gradual unfolding. It's a becoming. So it's important to see that, not to get impatient. Of course, patience is a big theme, secondary theme on this life for this one. But waiting for that big moment, waiting for that one transformation that changes everything. As we shared in the video last week, transformation is temporary. The work is forever. So these transformations are amazing, and they point towards the divine, the unique divine blueprint of your life. What is the purpose of your life? It's revealed through everything that you've ever lived in your life, and there's an overarching theme. And there will be continuous transformations, and there may be ones that have more impact than others, but don't look for one specific moment. It's like, I don't know, this one that gets me a lot in the spiritual community, this talk about the event. And this event has been talked about since I entered this world. And there's these people talk about it continuously. This event is coming, and this event will happen. And in my experience, just one perspective on infinite potential, consciousness does not work in events, because there is no time. You are the event. The event is continuous. You are the ever evolving event, always happening and never beginning and never ending. Because this kind of savior complex, this idea that something is going to happen and everything's going to be okay, kind of getting off this, but of course that is part of my purpose to to share these things. It leaves this wanting within people, and the people that talk about, then people are waiting for them to tell, when is this event going to happen, and they've said, oh, it's already happened, it's coming, wait for this event, wait for this savior complex. Is like, someone's going to come and save us all, something's going to happen, the sun's going to do something, and all my problems are going to go away. uh, it it just doesn't, for this one, doesn't feel, the consciousness doesn't work in events, because consciousness is not in time. You are the event, eventing now. And this one's venting a little. So don't look for one big event, but do use all of the big small events of this life to reveal your divine unique blueprint, and see what is the theme that is played out through my life, and this is what the purpose of this life is. So the purpose of this life, then, whenever you see that, is to live that. So I talked about this one. So the separation, becoming oneness, the illusion of finding yourself and finding happiness in things, and coming back to finding the happiness, the fulfillment, and knowing the happiness, fulfillment is within oneself. And so then, is how do we do this in service to others? Again, and we shared at the beginning of the video, the yogi sat in a cave that never sees anyone for 40 years is still living their purpose in service to others, even if they don't see others. So it doesn't mean in an overt way that it looks like to the world that you're serving others. Someone who can be in a place of war and sits in peace is serving others. Someone who meditates when everyone else is losing their shit is in service to others. Someone who smiles and accepts and loves someone who everyone else rejects and hates is serving others. Someone who can go against the crowd without overtly needing to be seen publicly or in any other way. Someone who, when I say go against the crowd, I mean stays in their truth, even if there's pressure, huge pressure for them to be another way. So it doesn't just mean that you're overtly, publicly helping people in a one-to-one or a one-to group or in that sort of way. It's your purpose. You will know. Your purpose will reveal if it's overtly and public and seen through books or programs or as a teacher or as a guide or as it doesn't matter. The purpose will reveal it. The life will reveal it. And that crowd could be one other person. It could be your child. It could be your spouse. It could be your neighbors. It could be your community. It doesn't matter. But the purpose will be revealed through all of the experiences and events of your life, and that overarching theme will guide your life. And whenever you will know when you're on that purpose, without even knowing, and with patience, it doesn't need to be very specific, but you will know that there's an energy and a flow behind it. And again, don't mistake it for the easy way out. Just when we say it's in flow, it doesn't mean that it's always like the most simple thing. You see that? The Son of God just appears in the moment without me even. I didn't have to put on the electricity. We didn't have to pay an electric company. Well, we did for the phone and the mic. So yeah, it's important to see the purpose will guide you, the purpose will direct you, but sometimes the ego wants the easy way out. And then it says, because there's an energy flowing this way, but it seems too hard, or I'm afraid. There's a mastery in this, of course. We have to find knowing that what our purpose is and what our gift is, sometimes, a lot of times as well, will come through doing things that we're afraid of, to stepping outside the box, by being, you know, stepping out of the comfort zone. Our purpose is definitely not in our comfort zone, but it doesn't mean that we can't be comfortable. We can be comfortable where others feel uncomfortable. We can be comfortable being uncomfortable, and that's when we know we're in our purpose. When you see someone who's in flow, when they're really aligned with their purpose, their divine, unique blueprint, they do things with ease that to others could be like death or disease, could be like really challenging, really hard, really hurtful, and they do it with ease. You'll know, you can think of people in your life now that do things that if you could imagine yourself doing, you think, wow, that would be really challenging. How do they do that? And they make it look easy. And even if they don't make it look easy, they continue without complaining. And again, this is the mastery. It's not about the martyr. It's not about the poor me. The mastery comes from following the flow of your purpose and doing what you're really designed to do and who you're designed to be, and it just flows. The difficulties flow, the challenges flow, the breakthroughs flow, and you don't need recognition, and you don't need awards, and you don't need some sort of accolades. You don't need anything. When you're on your purpose, you'll do it forever for free, without anyone caring or without anyone knowing. That's how I know when I'm in my purpose, is that it's just joy like this. It's just like joy, it's flow. I know I'm in my purpose because it's just ease. I have no idea what's going to be said until it's said. When I put the title of this video, I have no idea how I'm going to be talking for 38 minutes. I have no idea, because I have no idea before I press live. I don't know what's going to be said here, because I'm stepping out of the way. And part of the purpose of this one is to be a messenger through the separation, through the searching, through the world, is to become a messenger. And this one becomes the messenger when the little one steps out of the way and lets the broader message come through. And that's how 38 minutes and 30 seconds can go past without having any idea, any plan, any notes, no idea what's coming, because the little one has just stepped out of the way, and the flow that is coming. I was telling someone last week when I've been doing these sunrise sessions, there was one of the videos last week where the title was something, and it was very specific. It was very like it was going to give an answer to something, and I can't remember exactly what it was because I'm just here for the ride. But there was something, and then the title was, it was going to give an answer to a question, and the beginning of the video was, by the end of this video, we'll give you the answer to this question, or discuss, I can't remember, the secret to happiness, whatever it was. But as that video was beginning and as the title was written, I didn't know what the answer was. It's quite amazing. I was telling someone after, it's like I hear these words coming out of my mouth saying it's going to give an answer to some question, when in that moment I have no idea what that supposed answer was. Oh, I know what it was. It was how to get everything, how to always get what you want. So I was given this: how do you always get what you want? Put the title and then start speaking. And then it was to give an answer at the end. And what it did was it was like literally reversed. So it was like the world is an inversion. How to always get what you want is always want what you get. But before I did that, I didn't know that that's what was going to happen. So that's just a little side to show. And if I was to imagine, if I was to do that on any other subject, it's like a math problem or something about science or something about whatever. Like that would be terrifying. I'm doing a video trying to answer a question and I have no idea how I'm going to. And there's words coming out of my mouth saying there's going to be an answer to this question, but because it's just the flow. That's the real clear sign that the purpose is behind that, because I don't have to come up with the answer. The answer is just revealed as it unfolds, and so you will know in your own way, in your unique purpose, when that energy is behind you, when things that's sometimes difficult for others, it just comes with ease. Things that you can see clearly that others don't see in a clear way. Ways in which you can be that are work for others and is just wonder for you. You'll know. And that's when we're on that overarching theme, that overarching purpose, the unique divine blueprint for your life is there, and that's all you need to know. Everything else will reveal itself. So this has been 41 minutes with a little break in the middle, speaking about what is my purpose, the unique divine blueprint for your life. So please put in the comments if this has helped you, if this has served you. Please put in the comments to let us know if there's anything that you have questions about this or what it has revealed to you. I'd love to hear. And we shall continue these sunrise sessions. I'm hoping the wind will die down a little bit. Let's see if we can get a little bit of the sol again. Yes, it was very windy and the mic didn't perform so well the other day, so I came in here. So thank you for listening. Thank you for also sharing this. If you got value from this, please share it on your social media, whatever platforms you may be watching on. We're live streaming on lots of different platforms now. And until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We are